Warning, we are a spoilers podcast. At times we are also an offensive podcast. And we are most certainly a verbally explicit podcast. So if you fear for any of your delicate sensibilities, please back up now before you reach the point of no return. Alright, pussies, this is your final warning.
Welcome to yet another episode of Cinematic Anarchy. I'm Chris. With me to my left we have Miss B.
Hello.
And Mr. Omar.
Hello, hi.
And today we're going to be bringing you a little bit of commentary on a wonderful film we just watched, Animal Factory, starring Willem Dafoe, Edward Furlong, Danny Trejo, and Mickey Rourke as the Jan the actress. A rather creepy-looking Tom Arnold.
Yes, that is true.
Halfway through that movie, I saw Tom Arnold, and I was just like, oh, dude, like the semi-mutton chops going on there. Something's wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So this is to end our prison movie month.
Yes.
Next month, we're going to be approaching... We have 5 shots at this. 5 movies to pick out. We're going to be approaching big budget flops. So fantastic movies that got a bad rap in the theaters.
What kind of Waterworld are we talking about?
Well, Waterworld's a good one. I mean, that one... first thought in my mind was Scott Pilgrim, I was mentioning.
Uh-huh.
But there's plenty of movies to pick from.
I know it's bad. To me, it was Legendary Horrible, but did it flop?
Yeah.
It flopped, huh?
Oh, yeah, it flopped. It flopped bad.
It was a bad movie. They could have done it differently with that story.
Well, I don't know how bad it was, but...
Especially with... Oh, I've seen it. You're not missing anything.
I'm not missing anything?
No.
Okay. Except for my opportunity to watch something bad. And I like bad movies. You know me.
No, but this one is...
I made you guys sit through Tromeo and Juliet. I'm up for some bad shit.
Well, I sit for 20 of those before I see that again. It was bad. It was that bad.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. Well, we can always... That's good for what we do, though, because we like to tear shit apart, tear it down. And...
Oh, we should probably... Yeah, definitely.
So my thought, I'm actually thinking about changing the little tagline that's underneath our podcast, because right now it's like, for the love of all movies, or all cinema, the good, the bad, and the fugly. We never actually got into that whole the good, the brew, and the fugly, or whatever that we were going to do. So I'm thinking something a little bit more along the lines of 4 lovers of film who should keep their opinions to themselves, but definitely won't.
That works. That definitely works. I like it.
That's what I'm after we're done this, I'm going to update that. But we are finally being broadcast on Overcast Radio.
Shout out to Overcast.
Fuck yeah.
So that's a boon for us.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's just dive right in. We'll start with you guys. What your thoughts on Animal Factory is?
From the beginning, I was attracted to it, because I knew it was a jail movie. I have seen trailers before. I didn't watch it before until this week, and I watched it twice. I liked it that much. It was a very good movie. I liked it. Edward Furlong, so. But then Willem Dafoe. All the other actors. There was a guy that I've seen in other movies, and I believe I want to say I've seen him in Sons of Anarchy. Kind of chubby guy.
Okay. You're going to find that one?
Yes, please.
But okay, what was your thoughts on him?
Everybody did great, and it was a movie about jail and how life in jails and showing the day-to-day life in jail. It was a very good movie. It was more about, I have to say, it was the daily life, normal, what goes on It kept it very real. People plotting to basically rape somebody, things of that nature. Somebody kind of moving and fixing things behind the scenes, where everybody knows he's like the power broker in jail, but he's also works for the at the warden's office and all that.
Right.
At the guard's office, I'm sorry. And I like the movie and everything because it was very real. I've known a lot of people that's been to jail that recommended the movie before, and I was always attracted to it. For some reason, never got around watching it.
I kind of appreciated the, as you were saying, the realness of the movie. It wasn't like over the top like some of the movies we've seen this month.
Yeah, they weren't trying to embellish or create a whole bunch of hoopla for entertainment.
Like that last movie, Brawl in Cell Block 99, was definitely like over the top.
That was.
And it was fantastic as that film was. I don't feel it was very realistic.
No.
In regards to prison life.
Things were blown out of proportion, definitely, in that movie.
You looking for information for a still, or do you want to chime on in?
Yeah, I'm still looking, but fuck it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. No, I liked it. It was good. Willem Dafoe fucking, like, handled his shit perfectly.
Yeah,
as always.
As always.
As always, Willem Dafoe handles his shit fucking perfectly.
Well, Willem Dafoe is the fucking man.
Yeah.
I've loved him since, let's see, Boondock Saints was a fantastic film of his. I even kind of liked him in the Spider-Man movies. Green Goblin, yeah. Just fantastic actor through and through. So just the fact that he was in that movie, I knew at least I was going to like it for him.
Yeah. No, the whole, like, scene where he finds out that he's going to be sent to Max because that guy got stabbed.
Right, and when he went a little crazy there.
He did it completely intentionally just so that he didn't get sent to Max because they don't have psychiatrists in that facility.
And he found the name. The heavy-set actor that he was referring to is Mark Boone Jr. He played Paul.
Yeah, Paul Adams.
In the movie.
And he was on Sons of Anarchy, so yeah, that's the guy.
Okay.
He did pretty good. The little, didn't do as much as I probably would have wanted to because I loved him on Sons of Anarchy. But he did pretty good. Most of the actors, Steve Buscemi also directed this film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi directed it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Willem Dafoe actually had a producer's credit in the movie as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the actors had their hand in actually creating the movie as well as starring in the movie.
Yeah.
And Steve Buscemi's part was nominal at best. So,
and also it showed a lot of the manipulation that goes on with the authorities in jail, because you have corruption, but you also have a lot of manipulation to get people to turn on the other inmates, or the other convicts. So a lot of that, the way it was depicted, from what I've heard and from what I've been told, is pretty much how it happens.
So I want to approach that scene that Miss B here was talking about a moment ago. The scene where he was in, I don't want to call it solitary. Was that a solitary confinement situation?
He was in segregation.
Yeah.
And he cut his own arm, blood all over the place, used the oatmeal that they gave him to kind of make it look like he had
taken a shit.
Basically taking a shit and was just eating it and smearing it all over his head and just trying to make him look crazy. It's like, well, he goes, they were gonna go moving to Laurel.
He flexed his arm so that more blood would come out into the cup and just sprayed it all over the walls and shit.
Because he was supposed to be moved to a Laurel prison, which I guess is a max security prison.
Yeah.
And he knows they didn't have psych up there. So, them not having a psych ward up there, psychologists to take care of the crazy patients, they kept him where he was. Which kept him in line with his plan to escape.
Exactly.
What did you guys think of the ending of the movie?
I was pissed. I mean,
For what reason were you pissed?
Because Willem Dafoe just fucking stuck his neck out for this kid. He was about to go on parole, and this kid's the one that gets away.
I was waiting for an over-the-top moment. This kid, he went ahead and he planted that bar to try to prop open the...
I was waiting for him to get crushed. I was so fucking ready for it, and then he didn't.
Sorry about the earthquake here. My battery's running low. So
he proved himself to a point to say dishonorable on that, because it's true. Willem Dafoe, from the moment he pretty much met him, pretty much helped him out in all kinds of ways that he knew possible.
Yeah, he knew he was a good kid. He was only in there for marijuana charges.
Right.
Yeah.
And they decided to make an example out of him. You know, like, well, if we let this kid off for these charges, and considering who he is, what's to keep us from having to let other people off that are in worse situations? So basically saying they have to treat the rich like the poor. So let's make an example of this kid.
Nowadays, they wouldn't care. You remember the kid that raped the girl that was passed out behind the dumpster?
Brock Turner.
We
are not going to forget his name. Fuck that guy.
May he die a slow and agonizing death.
Big facts.
He
only served fucking 3 months out of the 6 months that he was...
Exactly. And they exactly did it because he comes from a good family and he will be a break in jail.
And it could stain his future.
Yeah, but everybody... How about everybody else who has potential and could stain their future?
Exactly. This girl has to live with that trauma for the rest of her life, knowing that her fucking rapist is still walking the goddamn streets because the fucking justice system is flawed.
And biased.
Big facts. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, in real life, that Edward Furlong character would have walked and nobody would have cared, and
they occasionally do that thing when it's coming up on like a re-election year. They'll say, we're going to make an example out of this kid just to show people that we're treating the wealthy just like we treat the poor.
Exactly.
But they don't do it often. Usually they can buy their way out of trouble. The only reason this kid didn't buy his way out of trouble is because Daddy was not there when he got sentenced.
Yeah, Daddy pretty much turned his back on him.
That's Daddy was played by John Hurd.
John Hurd, yeah.
So getting back to the ending of the movie, when he escaped, Edward Furlong, he escapes in the truck.
Uh-huh.
I was waiting for something. Like, I saw the train passing by, and the first thought in my head was, this guy's got a tentative hold on life right now. He's got this compactor that the only thing keeping him from being splat on the wall is the fact that he's got a weight bar just propping everything open. The first thought in my head was, they're going to hit those train tracks and it's going to bend the bar, and just jarring that will bend the bar and he's done.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
And they took the pleasant way out. I'm like, okay, well...
I was ready for him to start screaming and fucking just... But no.
It would have made that parting line at the end of the movie even more precious.
Yeah.
Better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven.
That is true.
And, like I said, we're a spoilers-based podcast, so I just gave away the fucking ending to the movie.
You're welcome.
If you don't like it, if you've never seen the movie, well, then you didn't listen to the beginning when we warned you. You're 12 minutes in and you're screwed. Sorry.
Exactly. But it's still very interesting what happened in between what we just said and the ending of the movie.
There's plenty of stuff.
The minor character trying to rape the kid and all that, and
near the beginning of the movie, so they were trying to trick this kid into basically a situation where they could have gang raped him. Yeah. Basically. Yeah. They said, what was the fella's name? Was it Psycho Mike?
Psycho Mike said, "Oh, this guy's be saying that you're a snitch. You have to confront him and fight him.
I have to work it out with him. Yeah, talk to him about it. Come confront him. Meet me over near this cell at this time." And Willem Dafoe immediately steps in and goes, "Yeah, no, don't do that."
They're not trying to do none of that. They're trying to lure you over there because there's only one guard.
They're gonna drag you off into the cell and rape you,
and give him love.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, I think Edward Furlong's acting in this movie, not quite as good as Judgment Day.
No.
But far better than that. I don't know if you guys have seen Brain Scan.
No.
As bad movies go, like, this is one that they haven't even really... I think they might have put it on DVD a while back, but it was... it was so bad. And it's because it's a virtual reality based kind of movie, and just when you look at what virtual reality is now and what they thought it was going to be via that movie, it was in that Lawnmower Man era.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stuff. Bad Max Headroom kind of stuff.
The acting in Judgment Day was good.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he just started getting all these shitty movies.
He was a kid. I don't think that he thought too much about the longevity of his career. He knew that people were throwing movie roles at him, and he wasn't going to say no. And unfortunately, you get bad roles, it taints your career, and then you get down on yourself, and that taints your career even further, and then you get into that downward spiral. And this coming from a man that knows nothing about actually being an actor, so again, just me expressing my opinion.
As a man that know little mistakes that lead to downward spirals, I understand.
I'm on an upward spiral right now.
I am too.
You know, I've been on too many downward spirals. I'm starting to get my shit together.
Gratefully, me too. But it's sad because he's not a bad actor at all. He's really not. But he get these roles of these shitty movies that... This one wasn't a bad movie at all. But for some reason, I'm not sure why. They should have made him do something more emotional. Like, man, cry, slap somebody and stop crying after you slap him. Some crazy stuff like that.
He lost his temper a little bit with, what's this guy? The guy that fucking tried to rape him?
Tom Arnold, the one he tried to rape him.
Buck Rowan.
That was a particularly...
Buck Rowan was a character.
He kind of lost his shit a little bit with this guy, and then with the attorneys who were trying to charge him for another 5 years.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like enough. Like
it didn't feel like,
but not pissed enough.
It didn't feel like somebody in jail that is about to get 5 years onto their sentences, especially a kid who wasn't thinking the day before he landed in jail that he was going to end up there.
Right. And I honestly thought that whole scene with Buck Rowan there, Tom Arnold.
Because he wasn't even worried about any of that until he got sentenced, really.
I thought something bad was going to go down with the teacher, not that guy. Like, I thought, the teacher was going to be... Because they were talking about the teacher kind of maybe being a little bit on the...
Yeah,
on the gay side.
Yeah.
And, I thought something bad was going to go down with him when he was like, yeah, come meet me over here at 10 a.m. on Sunday. We're going to have some kids come down here. That may or not have been the truth. He didn't talk to anybody else in that class.
Yeah.
But, got cornered in the bathroom, bent over the sink by good old Tom Arnold, looking like a big old buff redneck with mutton chops.
Oh, God.
His
whole energy. Ugh.
Yeah, Tom Arnold, I guess since what we know about Tom Arnold is not somebody that I care to see much of.
Look, I am not a big fan of Tom Arnold. I have one movie solidly, and it was a movie that a lot of people hated that I loved. The Stupids.
Oh.
The Stupids. And literally it was about a bunch of people in a family that were just absolutely dumb as shit.
Well, they were the Stupids.
It was an entire family of Mr. Magoo's.
Mm-hmm.
Just dumb people getting into dumb situations and managing to get out of them, not because they knew what they were doing, because they stupided their way out of the situation.
Yeah. All on sheer stupidity. They lived and came in and out of trouble on stupidity.
Kind of how they made everybody seem in the Brady Bunch movie. Like, all of them were just kind of naive, a little stupid.
Yeah.
And they kind of stumbled in and out of situations just being that naive the entire time.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, no, all in all, I absolutely loved this movie. It was not something I was disappointed in watching.
Yeah, no, I was not disappointed.
We should probably, if we do a month of, say, family movies, include that in the whole thing that month.
The Stupids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Animal Factory and like family movies.
We already watched it.
I mean, I get that Tom Arnold was trying to have a family with Edward Furlong's butt during that scene.
He was trying to be familiar. He was trying to get familiar.
Let me introduce you to my children.
No!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You want to meet my kids?
Okay, sorry. My favorite line, one of my favorite lines during that movie Was there
I
an interaction?
I think he was trying more to introduce his children to him.
Mickey Rourke,
Yeah.
as Jan, the actress, they were having a conversation between her and Edward Furlong, and
Decker is the character.
they get to the end. Yes, Ron Decker.
Yes.
Get to the very end of the conversation, and he goes, "Now come down here and eat my pussy."
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, you wish." I don't think Edward Furlong's response to that was really in place with the tone there, but
Yeah.
I think just hearing Mickey Rourke say something like that, and again, first time I've ever seen Mickey Rourke in a push-up bra.
Yeah, I don't
That
think
was
I've ever
great.
seen him dressed up like that. Have he done anything that we know of that where he dressed up like that?
No,
I don't
no.
think so.
He played a sassy old bitch in this movie, I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
he played a very sassy, experienced bitch who knows a lot of stories.
And then there was that one scene, I think this was near the end of the movie too, when he was first brought out for trial again or appeal or something. But he's having a conversation with Jan again, and like they pull him out, and Jan's still talking as he's walking out, and the second the door closes, the conversation's over, and he's like, "You didn't even talk to me when you left," just kind of looking down at his feet like, "Okay, I was talking. You can leave. That's fine."
Yeah.
But I think I loved Mickey Rourke this entire movie.
yeah,
Fantastic
absolutely.
role for him.
Yeah. I was unexpected. That was unexpected and a pleasant surprise. Because I don't remember when I was reading about the movie before watching it. I don't remember even, it probably was there, but I overlooked it. Seeing that Mickey Rourke was in it as somebody named Jan, because probably I would have imagined,
I had to try to place him at first. It's like, when he first came on, I was like, okay, this guy looks familiar. And then I heard the lisp, that Mickey Rourke lisp. I'm like, okay, I know who this is now.
Yep.
And, I mean, he had the guns and everything, you know. He looked like he was, he went fresh into drag right out of that Iron Man movie. That's what he looked like he did. Like, with all the buffness from that movie.
That was around that time, yeah, because he was still pretty muscular there.
I think it might have been around that time. When was that?
2000.
Was that Iron Man 2 or was that Iron Man 3?
Let's check.
Well, we can go ahead
Doing the
and
thing.
check our facts. That's a wonderful thing about Google and our phones and all that.
The Google.
But, I know it had to. It's well before he did The Wrestler. But maybe in around the time that he did Iron Man. Was it Iron Man that he was in? Or no, it was a Captain America. It wasn't Iron Man. It was the. It was Captain America, wasn't it?
No, he was in Iron Man.
It was?
I think it's Iron Man 2 or 3.
Iron Man 2?
Iron Man 2. He was this
Iron Man
Russian
2,
scientist.
2010.
2010.
Oh no!
Oh no, that was
way
10
before.
years afterwards.
He played Ivan.
But he did
Well.
something. He did something when he was a boxer. Not and yes,
He did
I
Sin
stand
City.
corrected because it wasn't around that time.
This is before whatever fucking lip surgery he got.
before he got the Botox.
They gave him the permanent duck lips.
Before he got the Botox,
Makes him look like every girl on Instagram ever.
What on girl?
Yes.
What on earth possessed them to get some lips injection?
I don't know. Ask him. Ask Meg Ryan. Maybe they got a 2-for-1 deal.
Right, she
Right?
does. She does get those, huh?
I didn't understand. Meg Ryan, her looks weren't going downhill or anything. One of the most beautiful women in the world.
Even as she aged,
And
and
just-
all of a sudden she just.
Yeah, well, beauty standards in the media and Hollywood and all that bullshit make you feel like you're absolute fucking trash. So, every woman, like,
Which is why I say I don't understand.
everyone
don't.
gets fucking judged for the way they look and they always feel like they have to improve or something like, especially out in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
And you know what the funny thing is? I'll tell you. It's not public opinion.
Yeah.
It is literally just that small percentage.
That
just
little
the
circle.
media that puts these people under the microscope.
That's what's crazy. A lot of these people get these things done, and nobody likes it.
Like, we loved you the way you were. What the fuck are you doing?
And a month later, some of the star goes and does the same thing. Like, they don't read the people's opinions on these things.
I think Meg Ryan actually went and had the lip thing reversed, if I'm not mistaken. She went out and got that fixed.
I haven't seen Meg Ryan in forever.
Neither have I. I think she tainted her career with the duck lips. I don't think that... I knew that the bee sting thing was
Yeah.
in You know,
I did get to see a dog lip picture, but I haven't seen her like acting in anything
Angelina Jolie made a lot of girls jealous.
in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah,
She's a good looking girl, but half her face is lips. It's just those lips.
I ain't got I don't have a problem with those lips.
They fit her face.
Yeah,
They fit her face.
They
Some
look
people-
good on her.
Meg Ryan, it didn't fit her face. The bee sting thing didn't fit her face.
Got a lot of people putting lips on that probably shouldn't. I think Dolly Parton did some crazy stuff like that to her face at some point.
Dolly's done quite a few things, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But we won't touch on Dolly here. We don't need to. I don't think that she's ever done anything that's made her look nuts in people's eyes.
All right,
to be
so
honest.
that's Meg Ryan this year.
Yeah, so the mouth is definitely fixed a little bit, but I think she got a little bit of a facelift.
She's still got something there. There's
Yeah,
something.
there's still fillers there.
There's something in there. She got cushioning.
Right.
She got face cushions.
Putting her next to Billy Crystal too, like Billy Crystal has aged gracefully,
He has.
and
Even with his little overweight, he looks good. And Billy Crystal is old.
and she just looks like she went out and spent half her paycheck on.
Fillers.
Let's get a little bit more work,
On cushioning and probably always getting a little bit more work done.
Miss Ryan, you were a beautiful lady. I don't know what you did. I don't know why you did it.
Yeah.
Stop.
The queen of romantic comedies.
Facts.
Do they have rehab for plastic surgery? Like people that have to go through detox for plastic surgery or
People
something?
that are addicted to getting work done, they
should.
should. Well, they should.
Detox for Botox?
Detox for Botox.
Something
Botox
like that.
are done. Yeah, plastic surgery addicts are anonymous. Some crazy stuff like that because some people won't stop.
Yeah, it becomes an addiction. Like
Yeah.
that Barbie girl.
Little Kim.
Right.
Oh God. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Any of you ever saw Little Kim before all that?
Yeah.
She was a beautiful woman. I'm
I
not
used
sure.
to listen to Little Kim way back when. Back when she...
Yeah, but I'm not sure what the hell happened.
In
She
the
was beautiful.
Moulin Rouge phase.
Yeah.
You know,
That
somebody
was my
probably...
shit.
Somebody that was close to her, probably managing her career, sat down and said, "You know what? You're going to need to do
misguided.
this to be able to be taken seriously." Because mostly it's those people that are giving you the roles or giving you your work in music or doing this or doing that. The ones that run your career that are telling you need to do this to keep yourself straight in the public eye. And so it's not. It may not even be the media that's influencing to do these things to friggin' starve themselves to death.
It's just those people close to her that probably are getting a percentage of whatever they're paying the plastic surgeon. Who the hell knows? There's so much crazy stuff and behind and backstabbing going on in those circles. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The idea of age scares the crap out of actresses and models and singers and all sorts of stuff. So
I don't know why, but for some reason at this age, I'm happy about the idea of age.
maybe they're just isolated without decent people around them to say, "You're good as you are. Cut the shit."
I guess I expect it to be way worse at this age.
You can cut the shit
Then now
before
it
I
doesn't scare me.
send you to the local facility. We can tie you down and take your plastic surgeon's card away along with your credit cards and that vial of Botox you get hidden under the desk. Just cut the shit, lady.
Yeah.
Cut the shit, sir. There's a lot of guys that are doing it now, too. You don't see it as much in guys, but...
I've seen a couple. Well, I know Calvin Klein did something. Karl Lagerfeld?
I would have no idea.
Some designer dudes, I saw them do. A couple of actors that I can't really remember. Nobody I care about.
Siegfried and Roy?
Siegfried, yeah. That was ugly. Yes.
So let's be honest here. You know, one of those guys, they had to get reconstructive surgery after the tiger attacked.
Well, yeah.
You know.
Now just imagine walking in jail with that on your lips. Being that we're talking about Animal Factory.
No, I could say that if you plan on getting Botox, those bee stung lips done, that you want to stay out of jail. You want to do everything humanly possible not to land in jail, because the last thing you want to do is get yourself sent to prison with dick sucking lips.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You really don't want that.
No, don't do it. Because you want to be pulled into a cell real quick. Hey, I've been here for 18 years. Guess what? You're my new girlfriend. Come over here. We've made arrangements.
Oh, he wasn't ready.
I bought you for 3 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, I just paid 3 packs of cigarette for you. I'm trying to get every one last of them out of you.
Got you and a clean pair of sheets, which won't be clean for long, honey. Come here.
What is that? There will be knee pads.
Didn't he?
No.
There will be knee pads.
Didn't Tom Arnold call Edward Furlong pretty? I think so.
He did.
You're real pretty. I like you. Started to feel like that scene from Deliverance for a minute.
So did Jan. Jan told him, "You better get a weapon and defend yourself. A pretty little thing like you in here."
Hey there, boy. You got a pretty mouth.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They said that to Ned Beatty, and Edward Furlong is far prettier than Ned Beatty is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed how real they kept it. They didn't blow anything really out of proportion.
Yeah.
For the most part, from what I saw. What I think and what I've heard, it's usually how it happens in prison. Edward Furlong could have done a little better acting. They should have wrote a couple of, like, when he lost his temper, they could have made that more dramatic, even if only for entertainment purposes.
I think there were a couple of young actors at the time. They might have been able to slide into that role.
Yeah.
Edward just... I don't know what was going on in his career at that time, and I may want to go ahead and look that up, but I don't feel like he was bringing any real charisma to the role.
I'm going to give you somebody that would have done that job just to get out of the Home Alone pigeonhole.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, he would have done some good acting on that movie.
You want to talk about somebody that got some bad work on his face?
Yeah.
He looks like a blonde Carrot Top.
Yeah.
And Carrot Top kind of looks like a cat lady. But
I haven't seen him in a while, but I've seen a couple of things that he's done as a grown-up where the acting was pretty good.
You know, we're talking over you here. You're
I'm chilling. I'm fucking...
I know you're relaxing over here. We just
yeah.
I don't want to leave you out, Miss B.
No, we're good. I got this.
So, yeah, voice your opinion. Come on. Roll on through with something.
I don't know, man. I thought it was pretty good. I don't have a strong opinion about it. Just it was a little like slow for me for a lot of the movie.
It was kind of flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that we were talking. It's a drama.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't like really an action film. It was definitely more on the drama side. So they were going for more just day-to-day life. I think the most action you really saw in the film, there were a couple of shivings here and there that kind of randomly happened. Then there was that one riot that they had in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, like out in the
yard. Yeah. Where they were talking about improving prison conditions and this, that, and the other thing, and somehow it became a racial thing.
Yeah, like one guy was like, I'd go over there if most of them weren't black, just because, like, he doesn't want to be the fish...
Out of the water.
Out of the water, yeah.
Yeah, well, he knows several people that he associates with, obviously. I believe he associated with folks from the Aryan Brotherhood, if I'm not mistaken. He could have gotten himself killed for going over there.
Yeah.
Crossing that line.
And then dude gets fucked up because he tries to go get his work card stamped.
Right. And I completely understood why Willem Dafoe was like, we're not going to retaliate over that, because that guy, it may have been next day, but he should have just fucking waited.
Yeah.
Just wait.
One thing I didn't think that kept it to real is that his little gang, his little group, they were, mixed. They weren't all whites or all anything. There were some Latinos in his little group.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo and a couple of other guys.
I don't think he was a Nazi of any sort.
No. But there was a guy that told him, yeah, he is a good white brother. So we really don't know what, they were very ambiguous in that. And in jail, there's no ambiguity about these things. There's no vague about, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I watched a lot of skinheads in prison movies this month, and it's like they're always ambiguous about calling them out for that in the movie.
Yeah,
it's like we don't want to touch on this because we don't want to make this romper stomper or American History X. We're looking to kind of give you the impression that he might be that way, but not quite. Maybe reformed in a way.
Well, the way I see it, at the beginning of the movie, I thought that what he was.
Yeah.
Because of the shop guy that said, oh, he worked for me at the wood shop, and then, oh, is he abroad? And no, he's a good white brother. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was expecting American History X for a minute until, you know, then I guess it's not. He's pretty much associating with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of good little stabs at, like, sort of... I don't want to, like, racial segregation in the prison, but nothing that really stuck. Outside of that one riot, where it was definitely... There was a very, very harsh racial line just kind of drawn right there.
Yeah.
The only people crossing over wanting better treatment, apparently, were the black guys. And once there was enough of them over there, the white guys were like, we're not coming to your side, because the only thing that's going to do is get our ass kicked.
Exactly.
You know. So it's not that they didn't want better conditions in prison. They didn't want to be part of that. It's just that, well, let's be honest here. It's like, if I come over there, are you going to kick my ass? More than likely.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing the politics in a way, in a manner of speaking.
Well, they proved it when the Latino guy tried to get through to go and get his card stamped, and they kicked the shit out of him near the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, behind a wall of people, so most of the folks up here, you know, most of the guards couldn't see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh well, you know. You want to put yourself in danger, go ahead and put yourself in danger. Be dumb.
And another scene towards the beginning, that part probably, I don't think it was too real, because they really would have just done it somewhere else and beat the shit out of the guy when they tried to take this guy's dope. The guy supposedly had over $2,000 worth of drugs inside of prison.
Right.
And they just went to the yard and just tried to rough him up a little.
They kind of made it seem like they were roughing up one of their own guys, too. It's like, you got to make it look like you're roughing me up, too, so it doesn't look like you're singling this guy
And at no
out.
point it looked like that, neither.
So...
It didn't look like really that they were trying to rough this guy up. They just, like, you know, push him, pull him up, tug him around a little bit while, you know, before the guy started, like, getting hit.
Quick shot to the gut.
Yeah, before that, it was just a little, like, any idiot will see that this is not real. That part was kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the shower fight scene where Eddie got cut. Good old Ron Decker gets his face cut.
Willem Dafoe got stabbed.
Does it look like the guy tried to do it on purpose?
Yeah.
That's how they landed in the segregation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, Willem Dafoe was like, what the fuck? Because this dude was singing really loudly and obnoxiously.
Mm-hmm.
And he bent down, grabbed his shiv, and fucking started slicing everybody.
Yeah, it looked like he had done that on purpose. Like he was focusing on Edward Furlong for some reason.
Yeah.
Which they didn't really touch on.
Exactly.
So, I mean, a lot of unanswered questions within the plot there. But other than that, I mean, the big focus being getting from point A to point B, which is escaping the prison. And I would have liked to have maybe had some sort of closure on Edward Furlong escaping. You know, even if they did something like in the post credits or something. Because, I mean, his dad was supposed to be help him disappear after this whole thing. It's like, well, what happened? He left the prison, you know, with nothing but a one barbell. It's like, shit, you really needed 2 of those to be able to stay alive. Crap. No. Did he make it to the
dump?
The dump and make it alive? You know, did he escape?
Yeah.
Is he working with parrots now?
Yeah, exactly.
They've shipped him off to Bulgaria.
I mean,
that's where he'll be hiding the remainder of his life. Costa Rica. Costa Rica.
Yeah, it was really a downgrade from being Giancana.
Maybe his dad couldn't figure out Costa Rica. We'll ship him to another country. They'll send him to Siberia. They'll go ahead and send him to Switzerland.
To cool off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you will cool off in Siberia for real.
Well, that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break to let our sponsors speak for themselves, and we'll be right back to get into the Pitch Fest portion of our podcast.
Woo!
You? Doing a Geico commercial?
Yeah.
All right, so welcome back, and thank you for listening to our sponsors. And before we go ahead and sit down and do the pitch storm thing for the rest of the day, I'm going to go ahead and bring up a question of the day, so to speak. And now we do get a little raunchy on occasions. We do like to get a little offensive, and hopefully this will bring out the offensive sides of my two delinquent partners over here. I'm going to put a scenario up in your head. It's sort of a question, sort of a scenario. Say you have gone to a public restroom. All right. In your case, Mr. Omar, it would be say you're walking up to a urinal and you are going to the urinal directly next to somebody else. In your case, it would be a stall directly next to somebody else. What could you say to make that person directly next to you as uncomfortable as humanly possible? See, there you go. That's a fantastic question to bring up some really
Does
grotesque
this rash
stuff.
look okay to you?
Come over here. Check this rash out.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you need a hand there? Can I help you out?
Yeah, they're feeling lazy. Shake this for me.
You look like you're experiencing a little shrinkage there. Need some help?
It's a cold winter.
Something you don't need to necessarily say. Now, this is for the men's room, the public urinal. You don't necessarily have to say anything. Just walk up to the guy, and instead of stand at the urinal for a minute, take care of your business, and if they're still standing there next to you, after a few seconds, just walk up behind them and start giving them a shoulder massage. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Even offering a shoulder, would you like a shoulder massage during? I do these things. I could give you a shoulder massage during.
Does this used condom belong to you?
Yep.
There's a lot of things you could say to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Save
don't know.
latex.
Why are we?
I heard they found a girl's head in the toilet there.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard I left a girl's head in the toilet there. Not they found. I heard I left the girl's head in the toilet there. What? Excuse me?
The shoulder massage though is the best.
Yeah.
Nobody's around. Can I tickle your butthole? We were just actually put that into context. We read a story about the butthole tickler from Texas that got arrested back in 2017. We were going to mention it at the head of the podcast, but
Old story.
just so you know, everybody, you're safe. The butthole tickler is in jail. I believe he's in jail. We didn't actually look for an update.
You could
Has he
actually
gotten out?
Would you actually ask somebody that's peeing next to you, have you in the next urinal or whatever? It's always there's an unwritten rule among men of leaving a urinal in the middle either way, but you it's not that far that you cannot talk to them. Have you ever had your butthole tickled while you're peeing?
Hey, I noticed you're getting a little shaggy down there. I've got scissors. Want to trim?
Yep. However, my favorite so far is a shoulder massage.
I mean, what do you do in that situation? One of two things happens in that situation. Either the person gets uncomfortable or the guy gets too into it. Just too into it. Just don't stop.
Somebody could punch your lights out of a shit like that, depending on where you say it and who you say it to.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not finding anything else on him.
No?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, walk up to a guy, say, do you come here often? Do you want to?
Right? Oh my god. That would be crazy. You want to?
Does this smell okay?
Yeah.
That smells pretty good, and I'm thirsty. Come here. Okay, I disgusted myself for a second there. I need a breath mint just saying that.
Yeah.
have
My hands
one.
feel funny. Would you hold this for me while I pee?
Right?
Is this supposed to tingle?
Is this urinal clothing optional?
Oh my my god.
Shaving a haircut.
Is this supposed to tingle?
You mind if I eat some wings right now?
Just right now.
No.
You want one?
Reach one, just grab one out of your underwear. Just hand it to him. Got some wings. Hungry?
Mozzarella sticks.
You gotta prep for that one too, though. And maybe bring some wet wipes for afterwards. Just
pull one of those like
it's a hot wing. That'll
plastic
burn down
containers
there.
of
Yeah.
marinara sauce out of your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Want some mozzarella sticks?
Well, for a guy, you don't have to have it in the back pocket. There's a flap in the front of the
Yeah, there
underwear.
you go.
Just, the flap in the front of the underwear. Just keep it warm.
Oh God, no.
Oh hell no! Place it in that compartment.
Just heating the sauce up. I left it there all day. You hungry? You know?
Yeah, that is crazy. Now back to the movie.
Right? We're not going back to the movie. We're doing Pitch Storm. We've talked about the movie a little bit.
Back to the game.
Back to the game.
Back to the game.
So we got our Pitch Storm game here that we like to end our podcast with. And yes, we are missing Mr. Zeff again, who has acquired a job as a waiter. So, you're out there waiting tables or watching us while you're on the train or taking a ride there, Mr. Zeff. We miss you. You got to stop missing podcasts because we can't do the bonus all the time.
He could fix his aim so he can stop missing him.
Right? Here, go ahead and draw. You draw 2 cards off of that deck. You can draw 2 cards out of that deck. We'll get the plot and the... Looking for those red cards, aren't you? Yep. Got to get as raunchy as humanly possible. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to just drag 2 random cards out for the heck of it. I'm just going to look at the sky and just grab 2.
I got 2 for the notes.
Yep. We tried to do this beforehand the last time, so it wasn't as much dead air, but there's plenty of just chatter going on here, so we can fill in the space.
Definitely.
All right, so I'm going to put that down. We'll grab one here. I'll grab that one. And we'll grab one here, and I'm going to read this out this time. A country singer determined to make it big in Nashville on a quest to seduce the Pope. Honestly, we're making this for late night TV. We just want this movie to put people to sleep.
Yep.
So, this sounds like a porn movie, first of all. We got a Nashville singer trying to make it big in Nashville who's decided to go on a quest to seduce the Pope, of all things.
Gay porn.
Matthew
Gay porn?
McConaughey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to be a male Nashville singer? Okay, we'll go that way. Matthew McConaughey is a Nashville singer.
All right.
Have we heard, does he have any singing chops
I have no
whatsoever?
idea. I have no idea.
Could we
But
just
it
take like a...
The whole thing just sounds like him.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so he's going on a quest to seduce the Pope. So I'm assuming that Pope's coming stateside.
Okay, yeah.
Or, I mean, I can...
mean,
he could be
has
going
to.
to the Vatican.
maybe.
I don't know that
He
they
could
like.
win,
I don't know that they
some
like
kind of
country that much in
special
Italy,
trip.
but yeah.
Not only is he a Nashville singer, but he's put himself out there as a good Catholic boy. Born and raised. Put himself out there as one doesn't necessarily mean he is one, because he's going to try to seduce the Pope. Who's the Pope? Who do we have as...
I like Ben Kingsley.
Ian McKeon.
There you
As
go.
the Pope.
I like him. I like
Good old
Yes.
Gandalf.
Yes.
I like Anthony.
Absolutely.
I like Anthony Hopkins as the Pope. Too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins. I can see Anthony Hopkins.
Absolutely.
We'll go with Anthony Hopkins as the Pope.
Poor Sorvino. If he likes him chubby.
We'll go with Anthony Hopkins. I don't know about Paul Sorvino.
As a
Matthew
Pope?
McConaughey walks up to the Pope. I heard you like little boys. How about a big boy?
Right?
Yeah. Alright.
All right.
I'll lay down some country licks, and then you can lay down some country licks.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
Less match than legs.
All right. So, who's we're trying to put people to sleep with this movie. I don't even know where to go with this. It's just a Nashville singer going to the Vatican just
To seduce the
to
Pope.
seduce the
I
Pope.
wouldn't fall asleep during this.
No, I would.
Right.
I want to see what happens.
Okay. So if we're going to make people fall asleep during this has to be a dramatic movie. No comedy whatsoever in this movie, as funny as the situation sounds. We are going to make this as dramatic as humanly possible.
And there's no way to make it unfunny when an aspiring country singer is trying to seduce the Pope.
No. You go Brokeback Mountain dramatic with it. Seriously, just make it Brokeback Mountain dramatic, which unto itself might make it comedic.
Yeah.
Probably that kid was molested during seminar school by that Pope who was probably an archbishop at that time, a cardinal, some kind of shit like that.
So,
and he stayed in love and could never forget him.
oh wow.
Let's call it
heartbreak songs and secret love bullshit that he sings about is about the Pope.
Right.
And the name of the movie could be called Afternoons in Matthew.
So he's like,
oh my god!
Afternoons in Matthew.
oh boy. Wow. Okay, we're I don't even know where to go there.
We're all grossed out.
We're done with that again.
Right, so you gotta go and you gotta make this equal parts like Walk the Line and equal parts Brokeback Mountain.
You see,
with
this,
very heavy Catholic overtones.
I must say, this is the part where I miss Seth.
Oh my god, yeah, Zeph would have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
Hey Zeph, if you watch this video, put all your comments in the
about that movie.
Comment section below, because that's just, I want to hear what you have to say about
Afternoons in Matthew.
Afternoons in Matthew. Right.
That's the name of the movie.
I'm just picturing Anthony Hopkins coming up behind Matthew McConaughey in nothing but his underwear, and Matthew McConaughey going, all right, you know. Just,
oh my god!
I thought I never had this happen again.
No.
Yeah,
hopefully he won't do that line in the movie.
It was like a Brokeback story type. How long were they, like, the whole love story of Brokeback? Like, forever?
Years. They were, like, friends for years. And
friends?
They were friends. They started out friends and got stuck on the mountain one day and realized there was something more, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can never unsee the tent scene.
Many things.
Not that I don't like Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal. Just wasn't prepared for that at all. I knew what the movie was about, and then it got rough real quick, and I was like, well, first of all, a little uncomfortable. Second of all, both of my kids are in the room watching this with me, even more uncomfortable. Oh no! Ren and Alex in the room at the same time. I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, and they were younger then, so it was just sort of.
What else were you saying to yourself?
That was about it. My kids are in the room with me. It's like I got nothing against what's going on. It's just it took me off guard real quick. Just, whew.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty then.
I think the one part of that movie that gave me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies was the part when they kissed and the guy's wife was watching, saw them kissing.
Right.
You remember that part? Like they went behind back or whatever, and they were like talking, and all of a sudden it became like a very passionate argument that ended in a kiss, like a very passionate kiss. And the wife of the guy saw it. That part was like, oh my god!
Yeah, all the more power to Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal. They sold that movie. I don't think anybody else would have done it quite as good as they did.
Well.
That being said,
all other actors that could have made that movie that are straight, they tongue kiss, so you don't have to.
That being said, we're watching Matthew McConaughey go find Anthony and kiss him.
Do it.
Yeah. I think I've had enough about this movie.
Okay.
let's go move on.
Afternoons in Matthew.
Before we start saying some stuff that we can't return from. What do we got? Where's your other note card here?
Here.
You got the other note card. Second.
This one will remind you of a movie that we've all seen.
Okay, hold on a minute. We got a theme going on here. We picked these cards at random, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just listen. A priest suffering a crisis of faith falls in love with a dangerous bad boy.
It's the same movie.
It's that's the prequel.
Right, that's the prequel. That's the first. So we just had the sequel there. That movie right there where the Nashville singer goes and finds the Pope. That's the movie. This is the prequel to that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we need to find a young character to play a young Matthew McConaughey.
Edward Furlong.
And
Oh my god.
he's not so young anymore.
He looked young.
What if the main character was slowly turning into an insect?
That's why they messed it up. Because we could have definitely called it Mornings in Edward.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sunday Mornings in Edward.
It can't quite be a sequel if he's turning into an insect. Maybe he has a drug problem and he's like he keeps picturing himself.
The crocodile shit.
Well, I guess
Right.
she loves
that, like,
me.
gives you the fucking,
I guess she loves me.
Right.
Look at her.
And we are at visitations by Sugar Dog, who's now sitting in Mr. Omar's lap, trying to make out with him.
Trying
to reenact the Anthony Hopkins scene here with my dog.
Trying to seduce me.
Yes. Okay.
Sometimes I tend
So,
to attract bitches.
That's not Mrs. Robinson.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Okay, so who do we have
Robinson?
for the young Matthew McConaughey? I would say, what was that guy's name? The guy from Stranger Things.
Which one?
Steve. The guy who plays Steve. I think he would be perfect.
It
And,
is Joe Keery.
And now we have to find a young priest, a young guy that not quite as young, maybe considering how old Anthony Hopkins is, maybe like middle-aged priest guy.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Oh my God. Didn't we just have a movie? We just
I think
pitched
we
a
did.
movie with him being gay, a
Hang
gay
on.
hibachi.
Oh my god, that's right. Okay, never mind.
We
Forgot about that.
we're putting Keanu Reeves into too many gay
Keanu
roles
Reeves goes
here.
in everything.
Keanu, we love you.
A little too much.
Little. If I find you next to the urinal, never mind. You get a massage. Give you a shoulder massage, not in a gay way. As heterosexual a massage as that could be.
Who do we want for the...
Let's see. So it's got to be sort of a middle-aged guy, maybe like a. Oh, what is that? What is that gentleman's name? The guy from Arrested Development. He kind of looks like he could be a young Anthony Hopkins. Well, no, because you got like an almost aristocratic look to him. So it's got to be somebody. Russell Crowe.
There
Alright.
you go.
Russell Crowe as the young version of Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
The priest who falls in love with the bad boy.
You looked at my phone and said Russell Crowe, and he's not even on my phone.
No, he's not on the phone. Like I was looking at
I'm
your
like,
phone.
I'm looking for him. I'm like, where do you see Russell Crowe?
Nowhere. The name just
He's
came into my
not
head as
there.
I was looking at your phone. What did you have there?
The Arrested Development cast.
Oh. Yeah,
I was thinking about him, Will Arnett.
There you go.
Oh, we already did him as a priest.
We did. Oh yeah, we did. We had him as a priest in
Yeah.
another movie against J-Lo.
Yeah.
But he played like the older version of the priest as opposed to the younger version of the priest. Or what? What about him? The guy next to him. Up. Him right there.
David Cross.
David Cross.
Yes.
Yeah,
David
there
Cross
you go.
is a young Anthony Hopkins, falling in love with the bad boy.
Who happens to be pretty young.
Pretty young.
Like a teenager.
Well, yeah, because you've seen how old Anthony Hopkins is now and how old Matthew McConaughey is.
So
at this point.
who do we get to play the young kid?
What we were just talking about, Joe Keery,
Yeah. Joe Keery.
the guy from. We're talking about the guy
Steve
from
from Stranger Things.
Steve from Stranger Things.
There you go. Yeah,
You
I think that will. Yeah.
That would work.
Like a,
It's still a slightly creepy relationship.
Oh
there,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Slightly, he said?
Slightly.
Oh, he said slightly.
But David Cross.
Joe Keery
totally
and David
pulls off
Cross.
That, like,
But like I
hints of
said,
gay.
this would be so comedically perfect if the movie was not treated with any comedic flair whatsoever.
Yeah.
You've got to make
Yeah.
this
Like,
as
They gotta
dramatic
be
as
serious
possible.
and dramatic. Turn that shit into a soap opera.
Right, like
Make
almost
it a-
like soap opera dramatic.
Yeah.
Make it a docufilm with people giving testimonials about it. When I first noticed something was going on, I was also an altar boy with him, and he
like
was walking funny.
Oh my god.
He came out of the father's office walking funny.
His robes had weird stains.
Walking like a cowboy in chaps in an old 30s movie.
Walking funny. And I could notice that we went to my mother's house one day. He refused to have soup.
This time he happened to just be a cowboy in chaps as an altar boy in the middle of the church. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why he was wearing chaps in the church. Now we know why he was wearing chaps in the church.
Yeah. Now we get it.
You know, though, if you're doing it like that, is it David Geist? The guy that made like the Spinal Tap movie.
Uh-huh.
He made Best in Show, where they had it's almost like a mockumentary, right? You can actually make these two parts of the same movie.
Yeah.
Like them explaining the past and this guy currently going to Nashville to seek down the guy that just became the Pope because he's still in love with him. You know? Like, Anthony Hopkins just became the Pope.
I never got over you.
And then invites Matthew McConaughey over.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey's not invited.
Oh,
he is infiltrating the Vatican to find Anthony Hopkins. He's not invited.
They have that
because
whole,
he's
like,
a bad boy.
scene
He's breaking
from
in.
Fucking The Notebook.
Right? And this movie has to be populated with cast that would be normal to these movies.
Yeah.
So, like, all the guys that would normally be in, like, the Spinal Tap movie. You know, you got Catherine O'Hara, who's in Best in Show, and you got Eugene Levy, and just everybody treating this like a serious, like, docudrama. You know? Like I said, you treat it with absolute seriousness, but it's so serious, it's funny as hell. And it's all revolving around, basically the docudrama is just they're interviewing people from his past, and they're talking about things that were going on, and basically it's revolving around him, who he's hired this crew to follow him to the Vatican while he infiltrates it to tell this guy he's still in love with him. They're about to crown him as the Pope, so he's not the Pope yet. They're about to put that big old hat on him. Okay, we've lost interest in the Pitch Fest. We're playing with the puppy now.
She looked like she wanted to come over to me.
You can't just bring a puppy in the room and not want to play with it. It's just it doesn't work.
It's actually, and you saw she just jumped in my lap and just took over.
Little doggo.
Yeah, you got to close the gap a little bit there. Make sure that
you want to walk over. Come here, baby.
Yeah.
That's
if there's any space, if she sees any space between you and the chair, it's like I'm not going anywhere. You can forget about it.
It's too big.
But I got my dog Sugar here is a rescue from Tennessee. She was found on the road, a median strip in the middle of the highway. When they rescued her, she was just she was a mess. She was emaciatingly thin, and she was just a pup. I want to say not more than a year. And we adopted her, and she's been the focal point of my family for a while. Right there, Sugar. Constantly dealing with heartworm issues and all sorts of other stuff, but we put all that money into you out of love.
Squish!
Yeah.
Squish!
And
squishy puppy!
Now Miss B is just squishing the puppy's fur.
Squish! Smoosh.
So we've I feel like we veered away from the pitch storm thing for today. So let's kind of finish this out for the day with just kind of talking. Have you seen anything else? Any good TV? Any decent movies? This past week, past couple of weeks, really. Outside of the norm of what we normally watch. I watch too much. Like, I rewatched The Monster Squad for the first time in a long time. First of all, love The Monster Squad, but does not hold up.
I've been knee-deep into the second season of Mindhunter.
Mindhunter?
Mindhunter. Anybody that hasn't watched that show is on Netflix. Go check it out.
My wife actually is a very big fan of Michael Douglas, so he has a book, Mindhunter. She's read all his books.
Oh wow!
Absolutely loves him.
It was based on one of his.
Yeah. Well, he's a criminal profiler. Okay. They had an older movie that they put out with him, or about him, Mindhunter, which starred a gentleman from CSI, the lead guy.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name for the life of me. Hang on.
That's why we got Google.
Pulling up the thing.
See, we're not as...
I have the Google.
But which one? CSI New York?
CSI, the original CSI.
Oh, okay. I don't remember his name.
The guy that played Gil.
Yeah, I don't remember
Gil
his name.
Grissom. I can remember the name in there, but remembering the actor's name is a little bit beyond me for some reason today.
I know it, like I have it at the tip of my tongue.
William Peterson.
William Peterson. So just in case you're wondering, this experience, this podcast, is a learning experience for us as a group.
Yeah.
We realize there's a lot of things that we haven't seen in life, a lot of movies that we have not watched, things that we've purposefully avoided that we're now watching.
Yeah.
So we're learning a lot of things as we go along. This is a learning experience and a fucking journey and a half for a lot of us. And I appreciate these guys and the gal here for taking this journey with me, and
definitely
we've gone well past this being me leading a group and us just being a group of people together.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm a lead anymore, and I love that even more.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
watched Glass finally.
Glass.
I finally watched it. Okay, so I liked it, but I was severely disappointed in the end.
I wasn't. I felt like, because you know that he mentioned that it was an origin story.
Yeah.
And I knew what he was meaning by the origin story, so I figured they were both going to bite it, at least.
But that also, fucking, the whole, it's an origin story thing, fucking M. Night Shyamalan has a very bad tendency of just giving up through series.
My feeling is this.
Yeah.
My feeling
pisses
is
me off, like, you don't know if he's actually going to continue the story or not.
My feeling is M. Night there, he needs to approach Netflix.
Yeah.
And he needs to lay out a proposition for a series that would continue the story where it left off. Because it really does. It feels like an origin story, but if they do not do another movie or at least some sort of like a mini-series on Netflix or something to kind of bank on that idea, then that movie was a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned.
Fucking, like, he has a really bad tendency of giving you the idea that he's going to continue the story with more movies or something, and then just
and we're still waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
What they floated the idea that all of his movies take place in the same cinematic universe.
Yeah.
So I would like the idea of sort of taking like a mini-series and tying all this stuff that's been happening together.
I'd like to see that whole like mix with like Lady in the Water cast fucking shit. That'd be cool.
The Village.
Yeah.
There was, what was that movie? Signs.
Yep. Aliens.
Right?
Science was great.
Just tying all of that stuff together into one cohesive series.
I love Science.
Yeah.
So
that movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
He did, right? What was it? What was another flick that he did? Was he responsible for The Happening?
I think so, yeah.
The Mark Wahlberg
The Happening was terrible.
Flick?
I believe so.
I liked the idea.
It was a good idea.
Happening.
They made the idea better with Bird Box.
Right. I think they severely dropped the ball, but I liked the idea of the movie. So fantastic idea, just badly executed. I've watched a lot of movies this week. I watched Law Abiding Citizen for probably the third time in my lifetime. Still not disappointed with the film. As far as Zeph is concerned, he believes that the shining point in that movie, the one actor that stands out in the entire movie, was Gerard Butler as the grieving father that goes on a mission of revenge. And I feel that Jamie Foxx is really the standout performer in that movie.
Jamie Foxx is not a bad actor at all. He's a very good actor, and when you put him, he will stand out because if you could tell that he lives it all in the character.
I wasn't sure if he had directed Unbreakable, but he did. That was a Shyamalan movie.
So I think that Jamie Foxx is the only person that came out of In Living Color that lives up to his chameleon tendencies. So there's a lot of actors that did, you had
The Wayans.
all the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
You had
Jim Carrey.
And when they left, they kind of stuck with one thing, like a theme.
Yeah, kind of the same style of acting, the same style characters that they pick. Jamie Foxx has done everything.
Jamie Foxx has like such versatility. Everything from watching him in Ray. He was fantastic as Ray Charles.
Yeah,
he was fantastic as as I keep bringing up Motherfucker Jones.
Motherfucker Jones was the man. Motherfucker Jones.
I don't think I've seen him in a role that I was disappointed in.
No, he's an amazing actor. Have you guys seen this movie where he's a prodigy musician?
The Violinist?
Yes.
Ooh. Right. Oh my God.
With Robert Downey?
Yes.
Jr.?
That was a fantastic movie.
Incredible movie.
But like I said, I've never been disappointed in a role. Even that one role that everybody says was horrible, where he played the cab driver driving around Tom Cruise
Okay.
as the
Collateral.
hitman. Yeah, Collateral. That movie, as far as most people were concerned, just sucked ass. But I loved it for him.
Yeah.
Like he did
Well,
fantastic in that movie.
I think he kind of saved the movie. I think Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise has a lot of stuff that he's done that's absolutely great. But Tom Cruise, no matter what movie you see him in, is always just Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the character, you see him.
Right.
Which, if you're an actor, that's not good. You're more of a celebrity than an artist at this point.
When it's like he can't differentiate himself between his personality and the role.
So yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, it's true. So, did you see, for example, The Firm, and then you saw Jerry Maguire?
Right. And it seemed like a continuation of the same character, really.
They're like, yeah, no. It was a lot of over the top emotion, but
And neither of them were bad movies.
no, great movies. The Firm was amazing.
But like I said, you watch Over the Top and you watch, Risky Business, you watch
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, no matter where Tom Cruise goes.
Yep. He should just basically, all those characters should be just Tom Cruise.
Have you seen Tom Cruise as Tom Cruise in this movie yet? No.
Yeah.
Guess what? Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise in this movie, just like Tom Cruise was Tom Cruise in that movie.
Yeah, just Tom Cruise.
Just Tom Cruise.
A man of many occupations.
Hey, all the more power to him. He may be a one-trick pony, but he makes a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, can't be mad at that.
And as long as they're willing to let him still make those Mission Impossible movies, he'll never be out of a job.
The
Yeah,
Mission
that
Impossible.
feels like it's never gonna end.
The Mission Impossible thing, it feels to me like that's what the guy from Top Gun did after he left the Air Force, basically.
Right.
That's what it feels like. Like
you know,
I can't help but in my mind related
There's a sequel to Top Gun coming out.
with Tom Cruise.
Yep. They're even trying to bring Val Kilmer back into it.
As Tom Cruise.
No, Val Kilmer, good old Val, beautiful Val. He looks really rough right now.
Yeah,
Like
Val.
Mickey Rourke rough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
I believe he's had some issues over the years, maybe some throat cancer. I think he had a bout with cancer. I'm not sure what it was. He's actually he's going to be in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Nice.
Ooh.
I can't fucking wait for that shit.
Jay and Silent Bob, beautiful, beautiful boys, need to be used more often.
Definitely.
I like Kevin Smith's movies. Don't get me wrong, but I like Kevin Smith in movies better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I said, Jay and Silent Bob. They need to. I want to see that. I want to see Jay and Silent Bob meet Bill and Ted, or Jay and Silent Bob meet Wayne and Garth. Just find a way to make that happen.
Make a Rick and Morty movie.
Oh
Jay
my
and
God.
Silent Bob meet Rick and Morty.
Yes.
That would be chaos. Just put him in the cartoon. They're supposed to go for a few years. They could have some crossover specials.
No.
Promote the movie through Rick and Morty.
Exactly.
Yeah. There was actually
Make
a
it happen,
name that
Kevin.
came out that who will definitely be recommended to play Rick and Morty in a movie.
Right? Who would play Rick and Morty in a movie?
The guy.
Well, I say
Michael
Morty is
Cera.
Michael Cera right there. Yeah, I mean
Who's
just
that?
Michael Cera.
The guy that looks like he
from
kinda
Juno,
just
he was
stumbled
in,
onto a set and didn't know.
I
where
like
he
the
was,
kids from
just
the
never
70s. He
left.
was
show,
the
from
lead
that
actor
70s
from
shows.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Right. Just he has that quality.
Yeah.
Through and through. However, Rick,
I could see Willem Dafoe as Rick.
Willem Dafoe as Rick.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel that Christopher Lloyd is still around.
Oh my god, yes! Christopher Lloyd is perfect.
Christopher Lloyd.
Because you know that Rick and Morty thing was basically based off the same ideas as Back to the Future.
I like Christopher Walken too, because he's crazy enough to do it.
Yeah.
What if we did Back to the Future as an acid trip? That's basically what Rick and Morty is. Just
Yeah, pretty much.
through and through. So, yeah, no, I mean, definitely get those two in that role. I don't know who you cast the rest of the family as, but whatever. You don't care, as long as you got Rick and Morty. The rest of the cast could be unknowns, and we don't give a shit.
I like Christopher Walken. I like.
Spacing out, oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed. You were just staring at me for a minute like...
Yeah, no, I'm zoning out. I'm so
you
tired.
weren't
oh my
even
god.
looking at me. I swear you were
I was
looking through my
at
head.
the wall behind you.
Just You were looking through my head.
It happens. It happens.
Oh my god.
Some kind of X-ray fucking vision going on there for a minute. I'm gonna have to check for brain cancer now.
Oh my god.
She got powers. The radiation.
Okay.
Good thing I'm not pregnant.
Good, oh, jeez.
Good thing I'm not.
Right, you stay out of the men's urinal. Tom Arnold's coming up. Anyway, that being said, I think seeing as we're all sort of looking like we're about to pass out in our chairs, that it may be a good time to wrap this up for the day. So for, hell, not for the rest of the crew. You guys say goodbye.
Au revoir.
Have a good one, everybody. Got you next time.
Right, and yeah, keep an eye out for more. We'll be here, and I'm not keeping the lights on for you. We're not fucking Motel 6.
We'll try to kidnap Seth for soon.
Kidnap Seth. I'm going to kidnap him. I'm going to strap him to a chair. I don't care. He has to stay here. He has to be here for one of these podcasts. He's missed the last couple. Come on, Seth. Where are you? Mr. Zeph.
And we missed him.
He gets a little ticked at me when I say Seth. It has to be Zeph. This is what we
Zeph.
agreed on.
Zeph, as
Like,
per his contract.
I don't care if you call me Chris, the Big Kahuna, El Jefe like the last time. I'm good with it all. All right. Bye.